Previously on Alan Wake, I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
那么我们的故事又讲回到了3年前的事情，这里要给我们讲述故事中整个很重要的一个东西是怎么的来历。虽然说只是一个回忆，但是实际上还是有一些重要的这个需要收集的东西。
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up. Hey, handsome. This is going to be a long night, but these shots are turning out.
这个看来是讲Alan 的这个上一部新书叫《驻停》的那一本。在发售之前，这个他老婆在给他设计封面。
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm going to finish this by tomorrow.
看来这个房子好像是他们刚搬进来的。书架这里放着非常多的书，我们的 Alan 作为大作家，他也是这个读过非常多的。尤其喜欢史蒂芬金的这个小说。我们看周围挂着很多的这个照片，应该都是他老婆拍的。他们生活的这里看来就是纽约市，而且是这种下大雪。看他们这些设备什么的，而且他这个写小说还用的是打字机，应该是我说的没错，应该是这个80、90年代。
Oh, hey! I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk.
但是80、90年代的电脑有这种这个显示器，电脑的这种液晶显示器吗？
I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
我们看这个挂的很多他的这个拍的他的 pose 那些照片。我们来看看爱丽丝帮我们设计的这个封面，不过在此之前还有收集的。这就是 Alan 他写的之前小说《驻停》开头之一。写的还是挺好的，挺带感的。
A rerun of my own private snuff movie, a memory of my corpse, alone at my own wake, thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them.
这个我们先不看了，我们看右边书架上放着他的之前做过的5本这个小说，都是 Alan Wake。
These look really good.
他给我们做的这个封面。
Until Barry gets his hands on them, which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time.
Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
挺孩子气的人。
Alan? Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
在这种暴雪天气里，停电真的是一点都不奇怪。
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Hi. Okay.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
我们看这个手电筒的影子照的还是挺真实的。
I know it's stupid, but it's just, especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
哎呀，作家就是不一样。我老婆有时候也突然一下想让我给她讲个故事，但我就要想好久才能想出来，人家张口就能来。哎，这个故事又回到现在。我们上集是向这个警察求救，然后这次是来到警局了。这些记忆。
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
艾伦现在要找到他老婆，但是他经历的这些奇奇怪怪的事情又不能说出来，否则他将没有机会去找他。这个老头是小镇上的大夫啊，看来他好像还挺喜欢钓鱼的。
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
好像看来我们在这个房间是警局的资料室。哎，小镇嘛，警局也没多大，有几间办公室，哎，有几间这个。这个好像是资料室和这种审问室算作一起的这种接待室吧。哎，这里有这个海报，这个广告牌作为收集酵素的，一定要看一下。哎，是失踪人口。
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this.
广告，还专门给个特写。
Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page.
拿的电话靠的这个警官这么近，有没有被察觉？这个小调皮一下，没事。这个突然有人好像可能是绑架了爱丽丝的人。
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there.
哎，在出去之前，这里有一些要收集的东西，保温瓶，哎，手稿，还有一个算是录音机吧。来，我们打开听一下。哎，这里是讲这个警察有2名警察去搜查这个调查现场，就是哎这 Carl Stucky 失踪的那个地方啊，他们在那里发现了这个被推土机推下去的房子，还有这些这个叫什么，还有就是什么都没有，哎，只留下了那个花车。
Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
Hey! Hey! Thank you, man. Thank you. Hey.
帮他开一下灯。
You're all right.
当然不管他也行。
Good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different.
哎，在旁边这个开启的牢房还有一个手稿。
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it, but it took the pain, Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
哎，这个写的是艾伦当时刚来到小镇的时候，哎，遇到这个黑暗魅影，那个穿丧服的老太太的这个过程，也在小说里手稿里面也是有写的。哎，很多人就因为这样的原因，就认为这个艾伦现在的这个艾伦所有的事情都是上一个艾伦所编写的。哎，实际上不是。这个呢，因为我们看到后面的时候，他在告诉我们在写一个故事的时候，他必须要这个让这个故事显得更真实啊，所以需要一些这个。序章然后但是这些序章的内容要和现实的这些东西接起来以后，哎，你的故事才能继续写下去，才能作为一个和现实有关的故事。
The caller meant business.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. Oh, I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go.
这事还是
I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's
在那
kidnappers.
个刚才那个车上看到是 Alice 的这个驾照，哎，证明了这个绑匪确实绑架了
The
Alice。
kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
哎，这个手稿写的就是还没有发生的事情了。哎，那个放是音乐，刚才那个录音机是说昨晚的那些枪击事件，哎，其实那些枪击的这个原因都是 Alan。
Shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
哎。 这个讲的是他想借用这个写作来改变现实，来挽回爱丽丝这个失踪的事情。
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my!
让这些一切开始的家伙就是因为他，要是他不邀请爱丽丝的话，就不可能发生这一切的事情。
Off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I stick my lawyers on your asses.
是他绑架了这个，他就是感觉这个人有问题。
I don't want to press charges, Mr. Wake. My offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
看着就不是什么好人。
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
Alan 之前有一次在处理狗仔队的事情，直接把人家打了一顿。
I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake!
话真多。
Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
是只狗，你个蠢货。
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. takes a swing at everybody.
一进屋，左边有一个这个需要看作为收集要素的，这个要看一眼。我们看这个是叫长老森林公园，国家公园这种。野生公园嘛那种。这里有保温瓶，也拿上。到处看一看。有个医疗箱，但是没啥用。
And his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? Are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry.
虽然说 Barry 不相信 Alan 说的这些话，但 Alan 最起码有一个可以说的人。
Don't get me wrong. It's a good story.
Wait here.
有人愿意听他说，那就这个，而且说的是事实，那就不担心他这个不相信，因为早晚会发生的。
I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out...
Wait here.
Ha-ha, let's have a laugh on Barry.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
这个我们就像这位Rusty 租的这个房子。
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who
看来 Alan 确实把事情都告诉他了。我们不听他废话，我们直接回去了。
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry. Achoo!
我们要单独行动去找爱丽丝。
Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
这个楼梯怎么下来的？噔噔噔噔。哎，我们这里有保温瓶收集上，然后拿上电池，我们就走人。还能开灯，哎，一开始先不要着急出门，这个在这个院子后面有一个保温瓶，我们先拿上。虽然说以后要回来，但是那个时候再拿的话，就这个比较危险了，因为到处都是敌人。我们现在走吧。
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
虽然说手稿这些东西可能对我们的故事影响不大，但是呢，它有助于我们理解整个故事，让我们脑子里面这一个故事、这个世界变得完善。
These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
喂， 出来这旁边那个小木屋，我们要进去一下。这里有一个收音机。哎，这个是这个老主播和这个尼尔森大夫，哎，就是刚开始的时候那个给我们检查身体的那个。哎，有个人影，应该是黑暗俘虏，一下闪过去还拿把斧子。哎，这个他们俩就是闲聊，哎，说他们对于这个驯鹿节之前这个打算，他们计划要做什么。这两个应该是老基友。把这个轮胎一撞，这个世界就开始晃动。这里还有个小屋，这个是属于这种老旧的，哎，应该是被舍弃的那种。里面是一个电视，哎，这个我最后还是决定，哎，把这个夜权，花个2分钟的时间给大家都看一看。这个我就不插嘴，哎，这个大家看吧。But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode: The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't idea. Why would a guy do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game, but the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
这个能看懂什么意思吗？哎，就是说在另外一个就等于是完全相同的，哎，不一定是镜中，总之就是另外一个世界和自己完全相同的自己杀了自己。哎，但是因为这种，哎，你看他指纹也一样，哎，穿着也一样，哎，只能证明这个杀了他的人是他自己，那怎么给他定罪呢？他没有杀别人，而是杀了他自己，算作自杀，这个就只能放了他，不能给他定罪。这个要给我们阐述的就是这种异世界的人来干涉自己的行为，哎，这个是有可能发生的。
And life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle.
这个讲的是这个 Ross， 就是那个餐厅的那个女招待，还有就是 Rusty， 就是刚才给我们出租小屋给我们钥匙的那个人，应该是这个公园管理员吧，讲他们俩的感情故事。哎，这里我们是走了岔路爬了上来，然后我们下去在旁边那个废车这里，哎，这也是有一个手稿，我们拿上。看一眼。
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped, "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page."
哎，看 Rusty 后面的发生的事情是，哎，不太好。看每次黑暗魅影出现靠近的时候，都会有这个艾伦都会有这个幻觉。赶快去看看。 哇，一下子弄这么远。
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must. The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
哎，这个我们得赶快先去把电力恢复了。
Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
真够惨的。这里还有狗狗。
Good boy.
哎，这个地方我们先来救人。这个，但是呢，还有很多收集的东西，我们先收集上。首先是在右边这个，刚才我们经过的这个小屋，哎，有一个保温瓶。然后在这个需要我们去开门的这个有配电室的这个小屋后面，哎，有一个保温瓶，在一棵树的旁边。哎，哪去了？哦，后面这棵树，这里。 然后现在还有一个手稿，哎，这里手稿也挺多的。来看一眼。
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way. Felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
哎 ，Rusty 估计他也看过这张手稿，然后这些事情就发生了。哎，这里还有一张。
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down.
这个手稿其实就是教会我们，告诉我们，如果要是被敌人追太猛烈的话，看到前面有光，赶快逃到底下，让你这个死里逃生。
I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond.
这个在下一集里面给大家演示一下这种千钧一发的感觉。
I was safe. I was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty!
The ground was covered with bleeding.
Hunters need hunting licenses.
哎呀，开始黑暗俘虏了。哎，我们看到旁边这有一个电线，你就最好站在这儿啊。如果运气好的话，他们喷电线也能直接死。看这个。 躲避一定的次数以后，就会有这个成就。虽然说让电线能秒杀他们，但是人家也不会傻乎乎的往上靠。
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please don't feed the animals. Fishing is only permitted for those persons who purchase a park fishing license. Obey.
Rusty 变成黑暗俘虏。
Get off!
哎，对付他的话，我们看到虽然用强光可以把它照出硬直，但是照完了以后它会这个到处闪，你反而就没有这个击败他的机会，就战斗会拖的时间很长。推荐的办法是等到他开始追击你的时候，拿普通的这个光线程度照他就可以了，然后他对你进行攻击的时候进行闪避。哎，用这个手电筒直接照他，而不是用这个强光来照，用强光来照他就跑掉了。勇气十足。这还有2个，先把他们都干掉。补充一下子弹，这里有无限的这个手枪子弹。子弹看起来好像马格南左轮手枪这个威力也是相当大的。
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
哎，手铐拿上，看一眼。
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
真是还挺悲情的，这个年纪这么大，看上一个年轻的，然后想谈恋爱，最后自己还挂了，莫名其妙的。哎，我喜欢看作家摔跟头。到目前为止还算安全，还没有遇到敌人。
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
哎，这里有岔路，往左边的这个山洞走。这里面虽然说黑乎乎的，但是还算安全。里面有一个算是广告牌，而且还有一个补给箱，还有一杆这个喷子，霰弹枪。哎，我们先看一下这个。哎，这个说是以前一个这个私酿酒窖，里面是藏酒的地方。这个以前因为禁酒的关系，所以一些他们酿的酒只能藏起来。哎，谁找到就是谁的。这个成就就是你找到一定数量的这个隐藏宝箱就可以了。哎，如果你要是全收集的话，到这里的话应该会解一个成就。作家真是不给力啊，跑2步就走不动了。死亡空间里有没有这么一个设计？我们的工程师，哎，又有敌人了，被包围了，前后都有。把正面的先照一下，然后赶快走到这个桥这儿。这样的话，我们不是拿了霰弹枪吗？然后哎，等他们集中过来，这个节约子弹，一枪全给他干掉。这个地方也是解买1送1那个成就的地方，因为我们看这个路比较狭窄嘛，还差不多了，一枪2个解成就了。剩1个的时候，我们就用手枪干掉吧。哎呀，还吃了一下。哎，不过还没有安全。到这里的话，还有这个敌人还会再刷。哎，这里有岔路，我们从右边走。右边这里的话有个手铐。哎，你又跑不动啊！来 来看一下。
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
这个 Barry 刚来的时候觉得，看起来好像和 Rose 认识。这个怎么来的？就是这颗手稿给我们介绍了。一听这音乐，这气氛，还有这个迷雾，这个吹散的这个感觉，就是要刷敌人了。但是这个点儿敌人是固定刷的。我们看前面这有一个这个带广告牌的树洞，这里面会来个大家伙。大体型敌人，不要拿强光，不要总是拿强光去照他，不然他会这个发怒并且冲刺过来，那样的话会比较危险。因为他冲刺，就算你躲过的话，他在你身后，而且没有敌人包夹的话，是非常危险的局面。所以建议这个用强光照出他硬直以后，然后用小光来照。还不能一枪二，我还想这个找个角度来，还是打到了另外一个。这广告牌我们赶快看一下，不然刚才直接看的话会比较危险，所以我们先把敌人干掉。如果要是不看牌的话，直接过去，直接过去是明智的选择，因为这里的敌人像这样是无限刷的。然后呢，这个不要变成腹背受敌的情况，然后这个且战且退。到最后这几个敌人还是要干掉，因为前面的这个叫什么？这里有一个发电机，我们看到那里有亮光，实际上算是陷阱一样的。我们走到跟前以后，那个发电机那个灯就坏了，我们得要用发电机照亮。所以你要是尽管冲的话，这个还是很危险。哎呀，偷袭我！好，都解决。现在我们可以这个安安心心的去这个开发电机。我们看走过来，这个灯就灭了，骗人的。到这里的话就开始有一些补给了，所以刚才这些子弹什么的不用担心。还有一个手稿，我们先来看看。这个介绍的就是这个宝箱，还有那个涂鸦的存在。
Hidden by a rock sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night.
这个艾伦感觉这些东西是专门给他留下的，而且这个人比他还要了解这些黑暗魅影、黑暗的这些俘虏。这里要向右边走，我们看到这个被打坏的电话亭，在这里的这个栅栏后面有一个保温瓶，别忘了拿。前面给大家说这个死里逃生，这里给大家演示一下，这里就是一个比较危险的地方了，敌人数量非常多，这个你要是站的话，你打死一两个可以，但是很快就会被包围了。用逃的，先把他们集中引过来了以后，然后我们再跑，这样跑的话可以这个对他们整体拉开距离，而且要适当的用这个闪避。等他们集中到一个方向以后，你对他们集体用强光照。哎呀，危险！这就是死里逃生，非常刺激吧？就我们现在手中的弹药量，要把他们全干掉也是够的。但这里的话，我们要看广告牌还有保温瓶的话，这一战必须打。我们过来，保温瓶拿上，然后这里有一个这个，非常老的树，这个锯的断层。上面给我们介绍各个年代的标记，我们看，先把小的干掉，然后这个大体型的，像这个移动比较快，比较容易快速靠近的，这个电池赶快换，电池多着，我们看拿强光照他一阵，他就这个冲过来了。 先把他干掉，近距离的先干掉，搞定。哎，这里到这个位置，手枪子弹就不用联系了，因为这一个你留着也没用，到后面的话，这个子弹就刷没了。哎，又一张手稿。这里我们就见到了第一次见到了这个奈丁格警探的这个名字，似乎是属于这种来者不善的这种人物。
He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch at any cost.
那么我们继续赶路。前面是个缆车，看着就好危险，应该不会这么简单就让我们坐上去。调皮一下，跳上来。上面写的 "Please keep dome closed"， 就是不要靠太近，不要靠门太近。像某电影的场景。
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming. That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
那我们留个悬念，这期节目就到这里。